She's the heart of this whole day. The one who loved Lou with every single bit of what she had. She's the one who's carried all of us through the last few weeks with strength and grace, but she'll never admit it. I'd like to ask everybody to quiet down a little bit as I bring Mom up here. Mary, everyone? In the bar. And please welcome Mary Knight up to the microphone.
I don't have my notes, so I'm just going to wing it. Oh, you got them somewhere? Okay, so it was Mardi Gras. It's going to be 20 years on Saturday when I met the love of my life. And I fell into his arms in the elevator. I mean, you can't make this stuff up, right? So I'm with Rebecca. Where are you, Rebecca? Come on, baby. Come on. So here's my girlfriend, Rebecca, who I've known for over 30 years. And oh my gosh, so here we are, 20 years ago. You know, we would have been, we don't need to do the math. So anyway, we were like, okay, we're going to Mardi Gras in Main Strasse, and it's really cold, like freezing cold. And we're all trying to be cute, you know, got a little leather jacket on, you know, it's freezing cold. I'm like, I am not into this. I am not into this at all, Rebecca. We had a little drink, and she's like, well, come on, just have another drink. And I'm like, no, let's go somewhere else.
I said, I don't do lines. We don't have to do lines. We should just go to the front of the line and say, oh, you want us here?
Fast forward. So we leave the tent, and she goes, well, let's go to Shea Nora's. Ricky Knight is playing on the 3rd floor. So we're like, I'm like, okay, and there's this long line. And I'm like, holy crap, I'm not standing in line and freezing my little tushy off. And she goes,
We don't do lines. We're going in, we're going out.
and we are too cute to stand in line.
I don't want to do lines, but, you know, I've never done lines, so this time I'm like, we're going to do it, and we're going to do it now.
Yeah, it was so funny. So here we are, we cut in line, and there's a line for the elevator. And so Rebecca's behind me, and I'm standing in line, and there's some guys. I think there's a couple guys here, Mike and Pete were in front of us, and so all of a sudden, like, the elevator opens, people get off, and we get on, and next thing you know, I just like fall into Lou's arms.
She always says that she fell into her arms because she wanted to meet him. She used to say it was her mom pushing her.
It was Lou's mom, remember? Because I said to you the next day, I said, thank you for pushing me into Lou. And she goes, I never touched you. And I said, and then another girlfriend said, oh no, Mary, it was just one of your angels. And I said, oh. And then when I told Lou that story, you know, he was kind of freaked out a little bit. And so I said, I told him the story, and he goes, oh no, it probably was my mom. She was always worried that I'd be alone. And so it was Ruth. So Ruth, we honor Ruth tonight because she has, you know, was Lou's mom and your aunt. And so, loving an elevator. So we get up to the 3rd floor, and Ricky Knight's playing, and the doors part, and like we get off, and like all of a sudden this table of 4 people get up, and Rebecca and I are like Ooh. Yeah. This is great. Oh my God, great story. So I'm gonna you guys want to hear the rest of it? So we sit down, they start buying us drinks. Lou sits across from me. Rebecca's to my left. Mike, where are you? Are you still here, Mike? Oh yeah. Mike's to the right. And so Lou is goo-goo-eyeing me. They've been drinking all day. You know? No, they weren't golfing. It was freezing cold. No, they weren't. Where, Mike, were you golfing? Where are you? No. Oh. So it was freezing cold, and so Lou did Jaeger bombs at the one bar at Mardi Gras. And so he was all toasted. Pete, where are you? There you are. So you were at one bar, and he had the Jaeger bomb, and then you went to Shanora's, and he had bourbon, and you were like, hurry up. Drink that. We're going upstairs. Drink that. So we just shot the whole bourbon down. So of course he's toasted. You know, when I fall into his arms because I thought Rebecca pushed me, but she didn't. So anyway, so we're sitting there and he's goo-goo-eyeing me. Ooh. It's so funny. Rebecca's like, he's weird. It's true. So I'm like, oh, it's kind of cute, you know. And then he gets up to go to the bathroom. He's right across from me. He drops something, and Rebecca and Mike dive for what?
$100 bill. I said, I think they're buying our drinks tonight.
And I said, when Mike got the $100 bill, I said, oh honey, you're gonna need that to take me out to dinner. Little did he know it took 3 of those $100 bills. Morton's, he took me to Morton's. It was so fun. So fast forward, we had just gotten the new flip phones. And so I programmed, Eric, you ready for this? I programmed my phone number in his phone, you know, because he was kind of cute, you know. And so I'm driving to work the next day, and Eric, you want to say this part? I'll just say it. So, Lou calls me. He said he woke up the next morning and was like, who's that girl? Because they had a taxi and they took us to our car. And it was really, really cold, February cold, like now. And so they had a taxi, and I literally sat on his lap and I started kissing him. I did. And so the next day he's like, who's that girl? Who's that girl? And I guess, I programmed my phone number, but I programmed my home phone number. And so I'm driving to work, and here's Eric, what were you, 21 then? Yeah. And he's like, hey, Mom, what did Lou say? Hey, is Mary there? And he's like, hey, Mom, some dude's on the phone. So Lou has always been the dude. The dude, he is the dude, it's so funny. So on and on, oh my gosh. So, all right, I'm gonna fast forward to our first date. And we're at Papa Deuce. And I'm meeting him, I call him and tell him I'm late. And so he gets there, he's waiting for me at the bar. We go and sit down at the table for dinner, and the waitress comes up and she says, oh, how long have you two been married? Lou's like, it's our first date. And so I'm like, okay. So it just so happened he goes to the restroom, and this lady comes, she's sitting over here, and she just keeps looking at Lou, and looking at Lou, and I'm like, what is going on? Do you know her? And he goes, it wasn't until years later. I mean, it had to have been 3 to 5 years later that he told me he was so nervous he went into the ladies' room. Yes, literally, he went into the ladies' room. And I was like, well, no wonder she kept staring at us. Like, why didn't you tell me that? So, love in an elevator. So, we got married on that elevator. Oh my gosh. Rebecca was there with
I told the story of how we met at the bottom, and they got married right there.
I mean, he's touched every one of our lives. I mean, look at everyone here tonight. I am so appreciative and like honored that you're here to honor me and my love. I don't even know how to express the gratitude and the honor. We love you.
I think that was much better without the notes. Wow, love in an elevator. That's the kind of story that you think it's written for a movie, right? But it was just them. It was perfectly Lou and perfectly Mary. So, in celebration of love in an elevator, we're gonna play Aerosmith, Going Down, Love in an Elevator. Too old.